Good day, dear learners. So let us learn about Grade 7 Mathematics, Quarter 1, Week 4, Percentage Increase. So this is still under Matatag curriculum. So for today's objective, at the end of the lesson, the learners will be able to compute percentage increase of a given value. Okay, can you still remember how to find the decimal value and percentage value of the given fraction? So kung nalimutan na, gawin natin. Fraction to percentage muna tayo. So this is how you will put here 1/2 times 100%. So 1/2 times 100% will give us 100 over 2%. Kasi 100 times 1 is 100 over 2. So dividing 100 by 2, we will have here now 50%. So ito na yung pagdala naman sa percentage to decimal. So let us make use of this 50% now. Yan. Lagay muna natin dyan. Then, ang 50% kasi, it is equal to 50 over 100. Now, yung 50 mo dito sa taas, ilagay natin yung decimal point dito sa rightmost part ng 50. Tapos, bilangin natin ilang zero ba meron yung nasa baba. So, that is 1, 2. So, ibig sabihin yan, dalawa rin ang movement ng decimal point natin dito to the left. 1, 2. Therefore, meron na tayong 0.50 as value of our fraction in decimal form. Yan. This time, ang given naman dito ay decimal. So, hanapin natin ang fraction at percentage value niya. So, unahin na natin yung percentage. So, yung 0.60 natin, we just simply multiply that to 100. So, sa pag-multiply, we are just moving this one to the right, itong decimal point niya. Kasi nga, dalawa yung 0 ng ating 100. So, it will be equal to 60. Yan. Ngayon, yung 60 na yan, 60%, lagay lang natin dyan. And then, gamitin naman natin tong 60% to find for its fraction. 60% is actually 60 over 100. Now, hindi natin gagalawin yung decimal point dito kasi nga, kinukuha natin yung fraction form. So, ang gagawin natin, maghanap tayo ng eksaktong divisor ng 60 at 100. So, yung greatest common factor na nila, which is 20. So, we divide both 60 by 20 and 100 by 20. So, we have here 3 over 5 or 3/5 as fraction form. So, ilagay lang natin dito ang kanyang fraction form. Ngayon naman, ang meron ay percentage. So, kailangan nating hanapin ang decimal form niya at saka yung fraction form. So, unahin na lang natin ang ating decimal. So, 25.75%, yan. Parang dinidivide lang natin siya ngayon sa 100 para makuha natin yung decimal value niya. So, yung 25.75, take note, ito naman yung decimal point niya ngayon. So, since divide by 100 siya, ilang zero? Dalawa. So, from this point, mag-move ang ating decimal point from right to left ng 2 decimal places. So that we'll have here 0.2575. Pakatandaan na kapag ilalagay na natin dito sa harap ng 25, yan, yung decimal point, magdagdag tayo ng 0 preceding that decimal point. So this is now 0.2575. Now let us make use of that one. Yan, 25.75%, which is equal to 25.75 over 100 para makuha yung fraction. Actually, ito na dapat kanina. Pero sige, para lang makita kung paano nangyari, ito na siya, 2575. Ngayon, kung mapapansin, nagdagdag ako ng 0 sa baba. Kasi ganito yan. Kapag nag-move tayo dito ng dalawang decimal place value, kasi kailangan whole ito. Hindi siya dapat wala siya dapat part lang ng whole. So, gagawin natin, yung decimal point natin, ilipat natin to the rightmost part of the given value. So that will become 2575. Since lumipat yung ating decimal point dito, kailangan magdagdag rin tayo dito sa baba. So, ibig sabihin, kapag whole number yan, nandito talaga yung kanyang decimal point. So, anong gagawin natin? Mag-create tayo ng dalawang spaces dito. So, ibig sabihin, magdadagdag tayo ng dalawang 0. Yan. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, ito na siya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kaya meron tayong 2.75 over 10,000. Now, how are we going to put this into fraction form? Siyempre, gaya nung ginawa natin kanina, we have to think of the greatest common factor for 2575 and 10,000. So that is, pansinin naman natin, pwede yung 5, pero syempre hindi pa siya yung greatest. Yung 75, hindi rin kasi hindi naman divisible both by 75. But, both can be divided exactly by 25. So, gamitin natin itong divisor. If we will divide 2575 by 25 and 10,000 divided by 25, we have here 103 over 400. So, yun ngayon ang ating fraction value for 25.75%. Okay, so proceed na tayo dito sa percentage increase or percent of increase. So, ano nga ba ito? This measures the amount of increase in comparison to the original value, expressed as percentage. So, how to calculate? We have here calculating percentage increase. So, we have the new value minus original value all over original value times 100%. To further understand, let us have this example. So, take note, meron tayo ditong table wherein you have the column for original value, new value, increase in value, and percentage increase. So, given ang original value at new value. So, anong una nating hanapin? We are going to find for the increase in value. So, sabi dito, new value minus original value, yun ang gagamitin. Therefore, IV is equal to NV minus OV. So, lagay natin dito yung NV, which is 140, minus the OV, which is 100. So, subtracting them, we have now 40 as the IV. So, lagay natin dito yung ating IV. Next, we are going to find for the percentage increase. So, sa percentage increase, remember this formula that you are going to subtract NV and OV, then over OV times 100%. So, nakuha naman natin ang NV minus OV, which is the IV. So, lagay na lang natin dito, 40 over 100 na original times 100%. So, ito na yung ating given. Dito, padaliin lang natin. So, instead of multiplying that one and then dividing it by 100, ganito na lang gawin natin. 100 kasi ito, so divide by 100 is equal to 1. So that, the answer here now is 40%. So, ilagay na natin ang kanyang sagot dito sa column ng percentage increase. Okay, for this item, we have 325 as original value and new value is 390. So, let us find now for the increase in value or the IV. So, we just simply subtract NV minus OV. So, ilagay na natin dito, 390 minus 325, which is equal to 65. So, ipasok natin siya dito sa kanyang column. Now, we are ready to find for the percentage increase. Using the formula, PI is equal to NV minus OB over OB times 100%. Remember, ang NV minus OB natin, yun din ang ating IV. So, 65 over 325 ang ilalagay natin dyan times 100%. So, dito, kung mapapansin, hindi na ako magdi-divide kasi nga 0 yan, tapos 325. Ang gawin muna natin, tingin tayo ng greatest common factor ng 65 and 325. Wherein, both can be divided exactly by 65. Yan. Kasi, ang 65 divided by 65 ay 1 at ang 325 divided by 65 ay 5. So, ito na siya. 1/5 x ay 1/5 times 100%. Then, we have here now 1 times 100, that is 100 over 5. Dividing that one will give us 20% as PI or percentage increase. So, lagay na natin siya dito sa column niya. 20%. We have original value given as 121 and new value given as 151.25. So let us now find for the increase in value. Let us subtract 1 NV minus OV. So that is 151.25 minus 121, which is now 30.25. So let us put that here. And then let us proceed finding now the percentage increase. So, in finding the percentage increase, we will use the same formula. Okay, yung NV minus OB, yun din yung ating IV. Therefore, it is equal to 30.25 over 121 times 100%. So, dito, minultiply ko na kaagad yung 30.25 sa 100. Kasi, parang nagmumove lang tayong decimal point from left to right. 2 digits, 1, 2. So, that we will have here PI is equal to 3,025 divided by 121. If you will divide that one, syempre, meron kang 3,025. Pag dinivide natin sa 121, meron tayo ditong 2, then 2, 4, 2. So, naiwan dito ay 0, then 10 minus 4 is 6, 605. And 605 divided by 121 is 5. 5 times 121 is 605. So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot natin dito ay 25%. So, let us put the 25% here. Okay, for this item, we have original value as 190 and new value as 275.5. So let us now find for the increase in value wherein your IV is equal to NV minus OB and NV is 275.5 minus OV 190 and the answer is 85.5. So lagay natin dito yung IV. Now we are going to find for the percentage increase using this formula. And then, take note, yung NV minus OV natin, siya yung IV. So, lagay na natin. 85.5 divided by 190 times 100%. So, at this point, pwede na nating simplify. Tanggalin muna natin ito. 0 divided by 0. Now, multiplying 10 by 85.5, magiging itong decimal point niya dito. Yan, itong decimal point niya kasi dito ay pupunta na sa kabila. Yung ito, to the right, ng isang move lang, 1. Kasi nga 10 lang naman yun, isang 0 na lang naiwan. Therefore, may naiwan na 855 over 19. So, ito ngayon yung gagamitin natin to find for the PI. So, 855 divided by 19. So, we have here 4. Then, 19 times 4 is 76. Then, we have here 9. Bring down 5. 95 divided by 9 is 5. So, meaning, ang ating PI ay 45%. So, yun din ang ilalagay natin dito sa ating column. So, I just hope may natutunan sa araw na ito. So, I have already activity sheet here. You may now answer this activity and wait for the next video para makita yung mga tamang sagot. Para sa mas marami pang video, huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe, like, and share. Happy learning!